Sami Zayn, people were like, oh, he should have won the whole thing. I know you wanted them in the match. I'm glad it kind of worked out the way it did, because if Sami was in it and he didn't win, Cody would have been not as cheered as he was. I think Cody's the guy to beat Roman at WrestleMania. I am honestly completely okay with Sami facing Roman at Elimination Chamber and losing, and then facing the Usos at Mania. We've talked before, how would that make sense if Jay likes Sami? It's easy. Jay sides with his family. He's conflicted right now, but at the end of the day, as he always fucking has, he'll fall in line. He'll turn on Sami after Sami turned on Roman. Then Sami will be betrayed, and then he's going to turn to the only friend that he has left, that being Kevin Owens. And then we get Kevin Owens and Sami against the Usos at WrestleMania, Roman and Cody Rhodes, and hopefully all of the Bloodline loses. So that to me makes the most sense. That's what I want to see, but a lot of people just don't agree and would rather see Sami in that spot instead. I wouldn't be upset if Sami got the title match at Mania. I'm not really sure why he would. I don't know. I think the Montreal match makes more sense. I'm not really upset with where they're going with this. I think it makes perfect sense personally.
No, I mean, not that I think it should be Sami over Cody, but I think they should. I would prefer if they did Cody versus Roman for the WWE title and Sami versus Roman for the Universal. And then that's how you kind of split the belts up. Like, I think Cody will get his moment, but like,
I think then Roman would have to lose both matches, and even if not necessarily so, then it's also a case of like, they've built up Roman as the undisputed champion for a year. I think he should lose the undisputed title and then have Cody split it the next night. That's just me. I think you could still have I think Sami winning the tag titles is still a massive moment, considering the Usos have been champion for 2 fucking years.
It is so I agree on that aspect. I think it is a big moment, but it just, the problem I have with it itself is like, yes, it's a big moment, but you're literally, that's what you're saying. It's a big moment. But what we've seen lately with Triple H's tag team division, like, they've been actually focused on actual tag teams, kind of building them up. So it's like, you're going to take the belts off an established team to put it on a makeshift team for a moment.
Well, they can be champions for a while.
I like it to a point, but I just feel like his story is bigger than the tag belts. If the tag belts were a bigger deal, I guess, I think maybe I'd be a little bit more keen to it. But it's like, I just feel like it's the biggest thing going on. I feel like it should be going for the biggest thing. Like, putting it for the tag titles just seems like it's sliding him a little bit. I understand, like, he probably get his opportunity in Montreal, but I think a lot of people think the same way, that he is the biggest thing. Like, Cody's been gone. Like, yeah, he was hot when he was here, but, like, not the perfect example is, like, you strike when the iron's hot. Like, the iron is hot as it's ever going to be for Sami Zayn right now. Like,
yeah.
You could probably say the same thing with Cody, but, like, right now, to anyone watching WWE, it's clear as day as Sami's the most over and the biggest thing going on right now. So I feel like it is conflicting. And, like, what does it say if Cody wins both belts the next night? He's like, yeah, I'm just going to drop this one. I know Roman had it for 3 years, but I'm just it. Like, that just seems like he's just like, oh, yeah, the title means nothing. So yeah. I don't really like that either. It just makes it seem like that title means shit. Like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to drop it, don't want it, whatever, who gives a fuck. So,
yeah.
I mean, Roman's going to lose, but I feel like you could do something that Sami takes the Universal and then Cody takes the WWE. Like you said, like, maybe they don't know what Jay's going to do, and he helps Sami at the end. I don't know. Like, there's still, like, I think there's also still just more juice in that storyline in general. Like, the Cody thing's like, he's been saying riddles and talking about winning the WWE title because his dad didn't win it fucking 40 years ago, which is great and all. But I just feel like in storyline, the one to beat Roman theoretically could be Sami.
Yeah, I agree.
Someone in that story, like, it's the biggest thing going. It's been going on for 7-8 months at this point. Like, it's been almost a year that they've been telling this story with Sami and the Bloodline. Like, it just feels like the way it's going, someone from them should be the one to beat Roman.
I agree. I don't agree, but I see your point.
So, like, I think Cody should, like, it's weird because I think Cody obviously, like, he should win the WWE belt because I feel like that's what the story they're telling there. But, like, Sami or Jay should be the one to get their final comeuppance on Roman. Like, theoretically, if you're going long-term storytelling, like, Jay was the first one to, like, be in the Bloodline. Like, Roman, like, beat the fuck out of him. He basically, like, instead of, like, sticking up for himself, the Usos, like, eventually just joined Roman after he treated him like shit. They've been doing his dirty work for 3 years, and Sami's finally the one that showed Jay, like, hey, you can stand up to Roman, because he just did it, and you can tell the story there. I feel like the story itself is there, not with Cody. Cody's more about the belt itself, but Sammy's more about the individual and the actual story.
I mean, I think it's better than Jay. Jay winning the belt would just be, again, that's, you talk about moments, that's a fucking moment. That's it.
Yeah, seriously, main event Jay Uso, I'd fucking cry.
I don't see him being champion for more than 2 months. I don't know. Well,
I mean, it is what it, like I said, there are a lot of moments. I agree. Like Liv winning the belt was a moment. Like she held the belt.
Well, I mean that was different though. She could have stayed at that level, and the follow up was weak. That was different.
No, I agree. I just, like I said, I feel like some things, especially WrestleMania, though, I feel like a lot of times WrestleMania is more about the moment than the actual
like follow up. Yeah.
Follow up.
True.